And so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. That's from Kathy's song by Simon and Garfunkel. What a beautiful song. And so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. Not many people realize that this song is about the Alexander technique. See, from here's a perspective that I heard in Alexander technique literature, that all our beliefs are just unnecessary muscular tension. I love that. All our beliefs are just unnecessary muscular tension. And there's something to that, because you notice that when you at your most relaxed, you have the fewest beliefs. Like every belief requires an increase in body tension. So Degenerate wants to know if I'm doubting the Holocaust. Well, dude, I said to you, I sang to you, and so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. So you'll notice that when you are holding your beliefs most strongly, when you're most attached to them, you have a big increase in body tension, particularly in the neck and the face. So here people describe the stiff neck just because they're so stubborn, right? The Jews in the Torah, God calls them a stiff-necked people because they're so stubborn. So when your neck is stiff, the body's going to be stiff because there are so many joints in the neck. More joints in the neck than anywhere else in the body. That means bone locking in with bone. And so when the neck is stiff, then the whole body is stiff and the thinking is stiff and the emotions are very likely to default to fight or flight. Anyway, this is a great song by Simon and Garfunkel. I hear the drizzle of the rain, like a memory it falls, soft and warm continuing, tapping on my roof and walls. And from the shelter of my mind, through the window of my eyes, I gaze beyond the rain-drenched streets to England where my heart lies. My mind's distracted and diffused, my thoughts are many miles away. They lie with you when you're asleep and kiss you when you start your day. And the song I was writing is left undone. I don't know why I spend my time writing songs I can't believe, with words that tear. Damn traffic light interrupted my song. But you'll notice that when you're on vacation, you're lying on the beach, you don't have strong beliefs like you do during your workaday world, generally speaking. When you've just had sex, you'll find that you don't tend to have really strong political beliefs immediately afterwards. Okay, I can finish the song now. Writing songs I can't believe, with words that tear and strain to rhyme. And so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without beliefs. The only truth I know is you. And as I watch the drops of rain weave their weary paths and die, I know that I am like the rain, ere but for the grace of you. go I. So practice what it's like walking down the street without any beliefs, and you'll find that you move much more easily, much more fluidly. Like practice getting in and out of a chair without any beliefs, and you'll find it's much easier. You're much lighter. You move better. You move more smoothly. You operate better. So our beliefs will always tighten us up, will always cause some degree of compression. Now, sometimes they're necessary. I'm not saying not have any beliefs, but know that they will always cause you to tighten up and that your performance will suffer. The way you move will be more difficult. Your breathing will be impacted. So right now, as I'm speaking to you, I have no beliefs. I am an empty vessel. And so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. So when I start thinking about the need for the Republicans to have a successful midterm election, then I start tightening up. I could even feel my forehead starting to crinkle a little bit when I started thinking about the 2018 elections. I felt myself starting to tighten up. So periodically through the day, I often make a conscious decision to let go of everything I think I know. And whenever I do, I sense my back unlocking, like my shoulders releasing, my breath comes easier, movement is easier, I feel happier, my face loses its creases and wrinkles. It's like it's awesome to, on a regular basis, let go of everything you think you know. And then as soon as you need the beliefs, they're always there. They're just always right under the surface. One does not need to fear being able to tap right back into your beliefs. They're always there when you need them. But when you don't need them, life is easier. Like I will drive better with fewer beliefs. So I'll have less tension. Now, you can say, oh, that's absurd. You need to believe in the traffic code. So I've kind of imbibed the traffic code. I don't really need to think about it or believe in it. It's like I don't need to think about or believe in gravity. Okay, I've just kind of imbibed those principles. Oh, just love that Simon and Garfunkel song. So I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. So try that. Try letting go of everything you think you know. And tell me, how does it affect your breathing? How does it affect the freedom in your neck and in your shoulders and in your back and in your hips and in your forehead and in your jaw? Like every belief will tighten you up. So as people age, they often get more and more beliefs, and they get more and more tight and compressed, and they start living life within a straitjacket of their beliefs. You probably heard that expression, a straitjacket of his beliefs. That's when your beliefs are so strong that you keep forcing reality to conform with your beliefs. It's like, everything that happens must conform to my beliefs. And that always causes increased tension, always causes the face to get all lined up and tense, and the voice is affected. You can hear the difference in the quality of my voice when I'm arguing a point on my stream, and so I'm very much in my beliefs, as opposed to just being in the moment, just being an observer, just just looking at the world without judgment, being in a state of awareness rather than in a state of judgment. Now, absolutely, there's time for judgment, there's time for beliefs, but judgment and beliefs tighten you up, compress you, give you a lower level of physical and emotional performance. And if you don't watch out, you'll start living within a straitjacket of your beliefs. So there's time for beliefs, there's a time for everything under the sun. But there's also a time for just living in awareness, just driving down the boulevard in a state of awareness, letting go of all judgments, just allowing my neck to be free, my head to release forward and up, my shoulders to release to the sides, freedom in my shoulders, freedom in my wrists, freedom in my hips, my back can lengthen and widen. Time for the song. Hear the drizzle of the rain, like a memory it falls, soft and warm continuing, tapping on my roof and walls. And from the shelter of my mind, okay, the shelter of my mind, this is a guy who's probably familiar with having a lot of strong beliefs. The shelter of my mind, he's using his mind and probably trying to get the world to conform to his theories. It's so frustrating when the world does not conform to your theories, and that frustration will result in increased body tension, which will manifest in the voice, in less ease in breathing, more back pain. Who's that wizard investor in, I think, Nebraska? Multi-billionaire. Says that he sells his, whenever a stock, when thinking about a stock makes his back hurt, he sells it. Because his back is signaling to him that he's worried, that he's concerned. He's got these negative beliefs about the stock. And so, also, people you know, when you just think about them, you'll tighten up. We're profoundly affected by everyone we hang out with, even the people we watch on streams. So if the people you're watching on a stream have all sorts of weird, contorted tension patterns, when you think about them, you're going to start tensing up. As opposed to when you're watching someone who's free and easy, such as myself, person at ease in life, with his neck free, his shoulders free, his back lengthening and widening, his head releasing forward and up, in a state of awareness rather than a state of judgment, then it gives you a feeling of well-being. You are at ease. Because you, through the power of YouTube, are tapping in to my sense of ease, my lack of body tension. So you might think about your father, and you might start taking on many of his weird interfering tension patterns. You may think about your boss and find your neck tightening up and your jaw tightening up. And other people, you think about them, you just spontaneously smile and free up. So body tension levels are profoundly contagious. So when you choose a nanny who's got good posture, good use of herself, doesn't have a lot of weird unnecessary tension patterns, because those are going to come through in the touch. Like when you touch someone who's got all sorts of weird tension patterns, their touch is just icky. It's like, ugh. Like we just naturally react against people like that. But when you're touched by an Alexander technique teacher, then it promotes a feeling of ease. You start letting go of your unnecessary muscular tension. So people make you feel icky, that tightening in the pit of your stomach. Okay, it's your body telling you, if you don't already know consciously, that they're bad for you. That being around them is going to cause you to tighten up and compress. And as you tighten and compress, you have a lack of freedom. You have much less freedom in how you think and react and move. Everyone we're around will affect us. So notice your reactions to people. Do you tighten and compress? Or do you free up, relax, become much more easy with your movement, and therefore with your thinking and your feeling, with your emotions. A lot of people carry a tremendous amount of tension in their jaw. So an excellent exercise for that is to say Boston, Boston. Notice what happens to your lower jaw when you say Boston. The lower jaw releases down and away because habitually we carry a lot of tension in our lower jaw by kind of pulling it up and back, leading to TMJ. So Boston, where your jaw goes to after saying Boston, that's the ideal resting position for your jaw. That's where it should be all the time. Boston. If your teeth come together, unless it's for like rare eating maneuvers, it's a dysfunction. Your teeth should not be coming together. You should not be gritting your teeth. That's an indication you have way too much tension in your jaw. And the tension in your jaw is controlled by your muscles. And so you can speak to your muscles and you can teach them to let go of that unnecessary compression, those unnecessary holding patterns. Boston, Boston, Boston. Releases down and away. Then there are the good old-fashioned also a good exercise for freeing the jaw. And so I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you.